Or they're going to kill everyone on board.
This thing's tearing our city apart.
Thank you very much.
Then we weaponize it.
Power goes to where it always goes, to the people.
What if I told you that some of the most breathtaking, pulse-pounding, and emotional movies of the past decade aren't the usual blockbusters, but films that take risks, tell bold stories, and push us to the edge of our seats? From zombie-packed trains to war-torn landscapes, icy survival, and stylish heists, today we're counting down 10 epic films you need to watch. Stick with me until the end, because my number one pick is nothing short of a masterpiece. Please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for the support. Let's dive in. Number 10, The Wandering Earth, 2019.
地球将于37小时4分12秒后撞击，这是一场注定徒劳的救援。
Kicking off our list is The Wandering Earth, a 2019 Chinese sci-fi blockbuster that really shook up the genre. This isn't your typical spaceship leaves Earth story. It's something far more ambitious. Instead of abandoning the planet when the sun threatens to expand into a red giant, humanity takes on a project so insane it almost sounds impossible, turning Earth itself into a giant spacecraft. Imagine millions of massive fusion engines strapped onto the planet, slowly pushing us out of the solar system toward a new star. It's a concept that feels both terrifying and fascinating at the same time. But this incredible idea comes at a cost. The Earth stops rotating, leaving one side scorched in eternal day and the other frozen in endless night. Amid this new reality, we follow everyday heroes, astronauts, scientists, and ordinary families who face disasters, sacrifices, and heartbreaking decisions as humanity tries to survive. I love how The Wandering Earth combines jaw-dropping visuals with deeply human stories. It's not just about the science fiction spectacle, it's about family, sacrifice, and the lengths we'll go to save each other. Honestly, it stands as one of China's most ambitious sci-fi films, and it proves that global cinema can match Hollywood in scale and imagination. Number 9, Army of Thieves, 2021.
Thank you very much.
Executes international bank heists. We want to recruit you.
Why me? I am no criminal.
Before Army of the Dead, there was Army of Thieves, a heist thriller with a quirky twist. Now, instead of focusing on zombies tearing through Las Vegas, this one zooms in on a completely different angle. The quirky, awkward safecracker we all remember, Sebastian, played brilliantly by Matthias Schweighöfer, who also directed the movie.
I'd like you to meet the team. Karina, our master hacker.
Here, we meet Sebastian, a shy bank teller with a strange obsession, cracking the legendary safes built by locksmith Hans Wagner. To most, he's just an oddball, but to a mysterious stranger, he's the perfect recruit. Soon, Sebastian is pulled into an international crew of misfits tasked with cracking Europe's most unbreakable vaults. Each heist gets bigger, riskier, and more thrilling, with Interpol breathing down their necks. What makes it so fun is watching Sebastian grow, from a timid dreamer into a bold, determined thief who finally finds his place in the world. Personally, I think Army of Thieves is one of those rare prequels that doesn't feel forced. It's stylish, witty, and way more heartfelt than you'd expect from a heist film. It gives us a fresh perspective on the Army universe while letting Sebastian completely steal the spotlight. Number 8, Alpha, 2018. Sliding in at number 8, we have Alpha, a 2018 historical adventure that takes us way back to Ice Age Europe around 20,000 years ago. This isn't your typical survival story. It's actually one of the most heartfelt origin tales about the bond between humans and dogs. The film follows Keita, the son of his tribe's chief, who sets out on a dangerous bison hunt as part of his initiation into manhood. But things go horribly wrong when he's tossed off a cliff during the hunt. His tribe, believing he's dead, leaves him behind, and suddenly, Keita is left to fend for himself in a brutal, unforgiving landscape. The freezing nights, the predators, the endless hunger. It all feels raw and real. Then comes the turning point. Keita crosses paths with a wounded wolf. At first, they're natural enemies, but instead of killing it, he chooses compassion. Slowly, trust builds, and an unbreakable bond is born. For me, Alpha feels like a beautifully shot fable about the origins of humanity's bond with dogs. It's emotional, adventurous, and stunning to look at. Watching Keita and the wolf go from enemies to companions is both heartwarming and epic, making Alpha an underrated gem in the survival genre. Number 7. Blood Red Sky, 2021.
Hast du Blut getrunken? It's the only way. Or they're going to kill everyone on board.
At number 7, we've got Blood Red Sky, a 2021 action horror thriller that turns a routine transatlantic flight into pure chaos. The story follows Nadia, a seemingly ordinary mother traveling with her young son, Elias. At first, it feels like a normal trip. She's just a parent trying to get to the US for medical treatment. But then, everything flips upside down when a group of armed terrorists hijacks the plane mid-flight. Suddenly, hundreds of lives are trapped thousands of feet in the air, with no escape. What follows is a tense and bloody battle at 30,000 feet. Nadia fights to protect her son while struggling against the monster inside her.
Don't touch me, okay?
This is Northman.
Every fight scene is brutal, but what really makes the film stand out is the emotional heart. At its core, it's about a mother's love and the sacrifices she's willing to make, even if it means revealing the terrifying truth about herself. I'll be honest, Blood Red Sky hooked me way harder than I expected. Number 6. Project Power, 2020.
Am I lying?
Things tearing our city apart.
Coming in at number 6, we've got Project Power, a slick 2020 action thriller that puts a crazy spin on the superhero genre. Set in New Orleans, the film introduces us to a dangerous new drug known as power. Just one pill gives you superhuman abilities.
We weaponize it. Power goes to where it always goes.
But here's the catch. You never know what you're gonna get. Some people burst into flames, others gain bulletproof skin, and some, they don't survive the transformation at all. It's this unpredictable nature that makes the drug both terrifying and irresistible. The chaos brings together 3 unlikely heroes. Art, a former soldier with his own hidden agenda. Frank, a tough cop determined to clean up the streets. And Robin, a teenage hustler just trying to survive. Together, they fight through cartels, corrupt officials, and their own demons as they hunt the source of the pill. What I love about Project Power is that it feels like a comic book come to life, only grittier and messier. The action is wild, the concept is fresh, and Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt bring real weight to their roles. It's one of those films that proves superpowers don't always mean superheroes. Number 5. Carry On, 2024.
Who said anything about you?
At number 5, we've got Carry On, a tight and suspenseful 2024 thriller that really leans into the idea of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. The story follows Ethan Kopech, a young TSA officer pulling the night shift at an international airport on Christmas Eve. What should have been just another long, uneventful night quickly spirals out of control when Ethan crosses paths with a mysterious traveler.
We have a 911 call placed from inside LAX.
Suddenly, he finds himself thrust into a dangerous game where one bad decision could put countless lives at risk. The film thrives on tension. Every security check, every interaction, every passing minute builds dread. Ethan isn't a soldier or a cop. He's just a regular guy stuck in an extraordinary crisis, trying to make the right call under pressure. For me, Carry On is a gripping reminder that sometimes the biggest battles don't happen on a battlefield. Number 4. Rebel Ridge, 2024.
I need to report a crime.
Coming in at number 4, we have Rebel Ridge, a gritty action crime thriller that puts the spotlight on corruption, power, and one man's refusal to back down. The story follows Terry Richmond, a former Marine who returns to his hometown only to find that the system is stacked against ordinary people. Things get personal when his cousin is wrongfully jailed after the local police seize her bail money under shady circumstances.
You need to be very, very careful.
Let's not do that.
What starts as a fight for family quickly escalates into a war against a deeply corrupt law enforcement machine. Terry takes on the corrupt cops and their chief, using his military training to outsmart and outfight them. The film mixes bone-crunching action with sharp social commentary, exposing just how power can be abused in places where accountability is non-existent. What impressed me most is how grounded Rebel Ridge feels. It's action-packed, yes, but it's also a raw story about justice and morality. Watching Terry stand up to an entire corrupt town feels cathartic. It's the kind of fight you can't help but root for. Number 3. The Northman, 2022.
Oh, I've missed you, my son. One day this kingdom will be yours.
At number 3, we've got The Northman, a brutal and visually stunning Viking epic that takes us deep into the heart of revenge, fate, and survival. The film follows young Prince Amleth, whose life is torn apart after witnessing a violent betrayal that rips away his family and kingdom.
I'm gonna avenge you, father! I'm gonna save you, mother! I'm gonna kill you, Fiona!
Forced into exile, Amleth grows up hardened by blood and war, transforming into a warrior with only one thing fueling him: the oath he swore as a child, to reclaim what was stolen and avenge those he lost. The journey takes him across seas and hostile lands, guided by visions of destiny. Along the way, he meets allies who stir his humanity and enemies who test his resolve. Every battle is savage, every choice heavy with consequence. For me, The Northman is pure cinematic fire. It's Shakespearean tragedy wrapped in Viking brutality, with visuals that burn themselves into your memory. It's not just a story of revenge, it's a story of fate, of how far one man will go when destiny calls. Number 2. Train to Busan, 2016.
부장님, 여기 11호차 응급 환자 발생이에요.
At number 2, we've got Train to Busan, a Korean action horror that redefined the zombie genre and showed just how gripping a confined setting can be. The story follows Seok Woo, a workaholic fund manager who reluctantly agrees to take his young daughter Soo-won on a train from Seoul to Busan so she can visit her mother. What begins as an ordinary trip quickly spirals into a nightmare when a bitten woman slips aboard, bringing with her a deadly infection that turns passengers into terrifying, fast-moving zombies. Within minutes, the train becomes a moving battlefield of survival. As the train barrels forward, car after car becomes a death trap. The passengers are forced to band together or betray each other as zombies rip through the confined space. And at the center of it all is the father-daughter bond, tested in the most extreme way possible. I'll be honest, Train to Busan broke me. It's terrifying, action-packed, and yet deeply emotional. It's a rare zombie movie that makes you cry as much as it makes you jump. And that ending, it's unforgettable. Number 1. 1917, 2019.
That is the German front line. I will.
At the very top of the list, we have 1917, Sam Mendes's breathtaking World War I epic that feels less like a movie and more like an unrelenting journey through hell. The story follows two young British soldiers, Lance Corporals Tom Blake and Will Schofield, who are handed what feels like an impossible task. It's April 6th, 1917, and the British believe the Germans have retreated.
It will be a massacre.
In truth, it's a carefully laid trap. Blake and Schofield must cross enemy territory to deliver a message that will save 1,600 men, including Blake's own brother, from certain death. What follows is one of the most immersive war films ever made. The camera never blinks, dragging us through trenches, across dead fields, into burning ruins, and over rivers, all in real time. Every step feels tense, every breath dangerous. It's war like you've never seen it before. For me, 1917 is not just a film, it's an experience. It captures the chaos, horror, and fleeting humanity of war in a way that leaves you shaken.
And there you have it, 10 powerful films that take us across time, genres, and emotions. Thank you for sticking with us until the end of this video. From icy survival and Viking vengeance to war-torn landscapes and zombie-infested trains, each one left a mark on me, and I think they will on you too. Which of these have you seen, and which one will you watch next? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed what you watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future content.